श्यामलावर्तालिबाला समेत श्रीललिताम्बिकायै नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। कलानिधिः काव्यकला रसज्ञा रससेवधिः पुष्टा पुरातना पूज्या पुष्करा पुष्करेक्षण। Kalanidhi. So I already talked about Chandra Kalas. There are 16 Chandra Kalas, and the Shodashi mantra, the 16-lettered mantra, right, is representative of each Kalas. So they have 64 Kalas, Chatusashti Kalamayi. Then you got Agni Kalas, Soma Kalas, and Surya Kalas. And Kala Nidhi. Nidhi is treasure. So she is the treasure house of all the Kalas. Kala Nidhi. So she is the source of all Kalas, and she is the source of all Vidyas. So the 64 Vidyas, and then the various Kalas which are used to do the Panchakrityas. So you have the Brahma Kalas, Vishnu Kalas, Rudra Kalas, Ishvara Kalas, and the Sadashiva Kalas. And using those Kalas, she does the Panchakritya Parayana, the Panchakrityas of Shrishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Tirodhanam, and Anugraha. Kala Nidhi. Kala Nidhi. Kavya Kala. Kavya Kala. Kavya Alapa Vinodini. So I talked about the fact that she enjoys Kavyas and Alapas. So she is Kavya Kala. Kala is Vidya, Kavya is poetry, right? So this is the art of poetry, the knowledge of poetry. The Kavitvam comes from her. So divine Devi's grace is necessary to be a Mahakavi. To be a great poet, you need the grace of Devi Lalitambika. So the Vashini Vak Devatas who have composed this Maha Mantra, Lalita Sahasranamam, are the great poets, and that poetry came from Devi Lalitambika's grace. So the famous poet Mahakavi, who is Mahakavi? Mahakavi is Kalidasa Mahakavi, was blessed by Shyamala Devi, and Shyamala Devi, as you know, is the goddess of knowledge, Gnana Shakti. So Kavya Kala, so she is the source of poetry. Rasagna. So the reason Rasagna is coming after Kavya Kala is the ability to enjoy rasa. Rasa is the beauty in anything. So the beauty in a poem, the beauty in music, the beauty in dance, the beauty in performance. So the ability to enjoy that beauty is rasa. Rasagnata. Must have heard of the word Rasagnata. Rasika, Rasagnata. So there are Navarasas in each representing the different chakras. So you have 9 chakras, 9 rasas. Hasya rasa, Shringara rasa, Shanta rasa, Bibhatsa rasa, Bhayanaka rasa. So you got different rasas, and the ability to enjoy. Hasya rasa is the ability to laugh, I suppose. Is that rasatvam within every one of us is she, Rasagna, ability to enjoy. The next name, that is the reason why the Rasagna is coming after Kavya Kala. So even the ability to enjoy the inner meaning of a poem that's being told by the poet is depending upon your ability to understand the meaning of it and enjoy the beauty behind the composition. Kavya Kala Rasagna. So that name is given to her because she is full of rasa. Rasa Shevadihi. So we did talk about Mahalavanya Shevadihi. So when do you use the word Shevadihi? Shevadihi is Nidhi is treasure. Shevadi is treasure that doesn't go down in quantity. So Mahalavanya Shevadihi. So she is beautiful. Rasa Shevadihi is she is full of rasa, rasatvam, because she is Sringara Rasa Sampurna. So she is full of Sringara Rasa Sampurna. So in that name, the synonym for that name, Sringara Rasa Sampurna, is Rasa Shevadihi. Rasa, if you put the letters other way around, it becomes Sara. Sara is what? Sara is essence of the essence. Sara is essence. Chandasara, Mantrasara, right? Chandasara, Shastrasara, Mantrasara. These names will come later. Sara is the essence of something. So essence of the world is Sara, and she is Rasa Shevadihi. The opposite of rasa is nirasa. Nirasa is disinterest. So nirasam, you must have heard of the word nirasam being used. So rasa eva Brahman, and Shevadihi is Nidhi, Akanda Ananda Nidhi. So she is Akanda Ananda Nidhi. In other words, she is the infinite source of bliss, which is why she is Shevadihi. And Rasa Shevadihi is she is the full of rasa, and she is the source of that rasa in this Brahmanda. Otherwise, everybody will be in that state of nirasatvam, disinterested. So Kalanidhihi Kavya Kala Rasagna Rasasevadihi Pushta, which is why we are getting the next name Pushta, Pushtatvam, Pushti. So Pushti for all living beings, right? Pushti is the word that is used when somebody is healthy, fit, full of Pushtatvam. That Pushta in every one of us is she. So you must have heard of Kumara Gananatamba Tushti Pushti Matir Dhritihi. So she is Pushti, one of the 9 vibhutis. Here she is Pushta. So she is the source of all rasas, which is why she comes after rasa. This name comes after Rasa Shevadihi. Pushta Puratana. Puratana is old, very old. Puratana means Purana, Puratana. Puratana is very old to a point where nobody knows, because she is Adi, isn't it? Because we don't know the Adi, Madhya and Anta of this Parabrahma Tattvam. This is Puratana. This is just like how we had Annada, Vasudha, Vriddha, where Vriddha means old. This name is synonym for that, very old. Puratana Pujya. Pujya. Pushta Puratana Pujya. Now, who is Pujya? Pujya, generally, the beauty of Indian culture is, suppose, the fact that since our childhood we have been taught to respect our elders, right? So Pujaniya. So somebody who is worthy of being worshipped. And usually it's your mom, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, and the oldest in the house is the Pujaniya. Similarly, your guru is Pujaniya. And here, that is why the name Pujya is coming after Puratana. And the other meaning of Pujya is the fact that there is no one else in this Brahmanda who is Pujaniya. So, if there is one person who is worthy of being worshipped, it is she. Even because even Indradi Dikpalakas and the living beings in all the 14 worlds worship Nagas, the Ganas, the Yakshas. So all the beings in the 14 worlds all look forward and worship this great So she is the one who is worthy of being worshipped. Pujya. So you add the word Mahapujya, Maharupa, Mahapujya, Mahapatakanashini. So this is Pujaniya or Pujya. Pushkara. Pushkara. When do you use Pushkara? Pushkara means so many things. Pushkara means Poshana Shakti. And it is coming in the sequence of Rasagna, Rasashe, Vadihi. So she is Rasaswarupini or Poshana Shakti. What is Poshana? Poshana is nourish. So she is the one who nourishes all the living beings and provides them with the nourishment. So Pushkara. Pushkara. And the several meanings for Pushkara. You have lotus, Akasha, Surya, Aushadhi. These are all can also be called as Pushkara. And there is also Pushkara Yoga. So Pushkara Yoga is when Vishaka Nakshatra, when sun is in Vishaka Nakshatra, you get Pushkara Yoga. Chandra in Kritika Nakshatra gives you Pushkara Yoga. And also you get Alabhya Yogas when there is a Chaturthi that falls on Tuesday, or a Saptami that falls on Sunday, or a Navami that falls on a Friday, or very auspicious days called as Alabhya Yogas, Pushkara Yogas. So ideal days for divine blessings, divine worship, Pushkara. The name after Pushkara is Pushkarekshana. Pushkara Ekshana. Ekshana is eyes. So Pushkara is, as I said, lotus. So she's got lotus like eyes. She's got sun as her eyes, right? The Jyotis as her sun and moon as her eyes. And the final meaning for that Pushkara Ekshana is the fact that our look or the divine grace on you alone is enough to achieve completeness. Pushkarekshana. Pushkarekshana. So throughout the Lalita Sahasranamam, the eyes have been described on a number of occasions. You have Lolakshi, Kamakshi, Dharandolita, Dhirgakshi. Then you had Vaktralakshmi, Parivaha, Chalanmeena, Balochana. So the eyes have been described in many names, and one of the names is Pushkarekshana. Kala Nidhihi Kavya Kala Rasagna Rasase Vadihi Pushta Puratana Pujya Pushkara Pushkarekshana. Sri Gurubhyo Namah.